Imagine like being dropped into the middle of a crowded high school cafeteria, halfway through the year. You don't know the cliques, you don't know the unwritten rules, and literally every single table is full. Just that feeling of complete, overwhelming isolation.
Oh, absolutely. It is a uniquely terrifying kind of stress. You're completely exposed without any social armor.
Right. Well, for you listening right now, that's exactly where we're starting today's deep dive. Looking at our stack of recent zoo reports, behavioral observations, and press releases, we are tracing the really fascinating journey of a macaque named Punch.
Yeah, his story is pretty incredible.
It really is. So, back in January 2026, Punch was dropped into Monkey Mountain, and his social integration was, well, incredibly rough compared to the established members of the group. Our mission today is to explore how one single friendship transformed his life, led to this massive viral boom, and what his resilience can actually teach us about our own personal growth.
And looking at this through the eyes of a zoologist, the first thing to understand from these behavioral reports is the absolute necessity of social structure. Like, for macaques, a troop isn't just a loose group of individuals hanging out. It's a highly complex, rigidly enforced hierarchy.
So it's not just like a dog park.
No, not at all. Entering that as an outsider isn't just lonely, it's practically impossible to navigate without help. You just get rejected.
But Punch didn't just stay the outcast, right? There is a very specific turning point in the notes, and her name is Momo Chan. She's this female macaque who basically became his lifeline.
And she really did.
Yeah, it reminds me of finally finding that one person who waves you over to sit with them in that terrifying cafeteria.
Yeah.
It feels like she wasn't just a cute friend, She was his only safe zone for this psychological progress to even happen.
Exactly. In behavioral science, we call that a social anchor, because macaque society operates a bit like a brutal corporate ladder, or, well, maybe a highly aggressive game of chess. If you don't know the moves, you get taken off the board.
Wow, brutal.
Very. But Momo Chan acted like a stronger piece, shielding him. Because she accepted him, it signaled to the rest of the troop that he had backing. That allowed him to slowly learn the hierarchy and figure out the unwritten rules without constantly having to fight off challenges.
So her friendship wasn't just about keeping him company. It was the literal mechanism that allowed him to integrate. It gave him the breathing room to actually figure out the social ladder.
Precisely. And that successful integration changed everything for his behavior.
Yeah.
You can see the huge emotional change in his confidence in the data.
But Momo Chan solving his internal crisis kind of created an entirely new external crisis.
Right, the public obsession.
Exactly. The press releases show that by late April 2026, Punch's journey of resilience had turned him into a massive viral sensation. People saw this transformation and just swarmed Monkey Mountain.
Which had very real-world consequences. The zoo officially had to intervene. They issued requests for visitors to step back and respect the zookeeper's working space.
Wait, but I'm confused. Shouldn't the zoo be thrilled about this? I mean, more viral fame means more visitors, right? And literally on April 29, 2026, they put special railway tickets on sale featuring Punch's face to celebrate his progress.
Yeah, they definitely leaned into it.
So they're clearly capitalizing on the commercial boom. Why tell the public to back off?
Well, it's a really tricky balancing act. You have this beautiful public inspiration driving business and commercial success like those railway tickets. But public obsession can quickly disrupt the actual habitat. The crowd swarmed to witness the result of Punch's resilience. But visitor behavior started changing the monkey's daily life and encroaching on the keeper's space.
Oh, making it harder for the staff to actually care for the animals?
Right. The zookeepers are the ones maintaining the delicate boundaries of that environment. When visitors ignore those boundaries to get a better look, they threaten the exact sanctuary that allowed Punch to find his footing with Momo Chan in the first place. We really have to talk about the ethical treatment of monkeys when they get this popular.
So we have to respect the caretakers and the real-life environment just as much as we love consuming the inspiring story.
Exactly. And if you think about the long-term impact on his behavior, say, predicting a year from now, if this level of fame continues, constant crowd stress could actually reverse some of that incredible adaptation. So boundaries are vital.
That makes total sense. So what does this all mean for you listening to this right now? Between January and April, Punch went from an isolated newcomer to a celebrated icon.
It's just a great example of coping skills in action.
Definitely. It's a powerful reminder of the emotional significance of friendship, how profoundly one connection can change an animal's life, and how crucial resilience is when you're trying to adapt to a hostile new world.
Punch's story is a great mirror for our own social integration. We all face our own versions of Monkey Mountain, trying to navigate complex social structures.
We really do. Applying these lessons to human personal growth is huge. So think back to that terrifying, crowded cafeteria we started with. If a single connection can completely change a macaque's trajectory, allow him to adapt, and inspire a whole city to literally put his face on train tickets, whose Momo Chan could you be in your own human truth today?